This is a test. Test 1, 2, 3. Live from Tommy Holt Field at Joe Reese Stadium in Hot Springs, the campus of Hot Springs World-Class High School here in the Spa City, National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer is on the air. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this edition, the historic first edition of Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network, your home for National Park Nighthawk Athletics on YouTube. I'm Mark Oliver. Today, history is made for women's soccer in the Spa City as National Park College makes its debut, and today they'll face one of the toughest opponents they may see all season in the Seminole State College Lady Trojans. A big day for soccer here, the debut for Coach Kevin Tello as he tries to lead his Nighthawk women to victory today. Lots more to come on the broadcast. Today's broadcast is sponsored by First Security Bank. First Security Bank is a proud sponsor of Nighthawk Athletics this season. First Security Bank. And we'll take a quick break after this. This is National Park Nighthawks Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
here at Hot Springs World Class High School. Happy Sunday and happy beginning of the 2021-22 athletic season for National Park College. A very historic day here in Hot Springs as we have the very first game in program history for Nighthawk women's soccer. And joining us now is National Park College Athletic Director Jason Hudnall. Coach, we did it. We're here. History about to unfold right here in Hot Springs.
Absolutely. We're playing soccer, Mark. You know, that's so proud of these young ladies that are out here today. I know that the heat's going to be a factor for the game, but you know, I had a good conversation with Coach Tello earlier in the game, and Mark, just the fact that we've got a team on the field. You look at where we've come just in such a very short time. When we announced soccer back in the spring, and now about 4 months later, here we are playing a national tournament qualifier in the very first game of the year. So we're excited about it.
And we're just about ready for the opening kick in today's contest. Out at the center circle is number 7, Caitlin Shepard, ready to kick off to the Lady Trojans of Seminole State College. National Park College boasting a 22-player roster this season. They'll be playing with 12 ladies today. As here's the kick, and we're underway. National Park College in their home white tops and bottoms, black numbers and letters. And there's a save and knock away by Brooklyn Thorman. And that one's going to go outside the touchline. So the format for today's game will be 2 45-minute halves. And if the score is tied at the remainder of those halves, we will go into an extra time period up to 30 minutes. And also, due to an agreement between the two teams today, there will be breaks that are inserted at the 15-minute mark of each half.
That's right. Anytime the temperature gets above about 85 degrees mark, then typically you have a water break. It's been a lot of fun with these young women and just getting to visit with them before the game and just seeing their excitement and resiliency. And they didn't care how hot it was today. They were ready to play their first game.
The Lady Trojans are threatening. And a save by Brooklyn Thorman. Nice stop there by the goalkeeper. And National Park College will get the ball back. A kicking clear. It's going to be controlled by the Lady Trojans, and they're going to try again here. Nighthawks looking to get the ball back on defense. Nighthawks able to take control here. Osmara Rodriguez going after it as each team trades possessions here in the Nighthawk space. So far, some pretty good defense out of the Nighthawks.
As they chase down that ball there, just want to give a special thank you to Hot Springs World Class High School and the partnership that we have with them, allowing us to partner with them and use their facilities for today's game. We'll be playing a lot of our Sunday matches. We'll be playing here, and then the City of Hot Springs has also been a great partner with us. We will be playing our Thursday home games will be at Linden Park this year.
National Park looking for a steal here as Seminole State continues to keep the ball inside NPC territory. The defenders come up big here for National Park College. Just about 3 minutes into regulation in this one here. The Nighthawks looking to maintain possession. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Rodriguez. And Seminole State will throw it in.
Appreciate all of those at home watching on the brand new Nighthawk Network. Mark, that's a new addition to Nighthawk Athletics this year. Excited that we've launched that, and be the platform for all of our sports this year.
Absolutely right, Coach Hudnall. We're excited to grow. The college is growing, athletics is growing, and now we've got a brand new network for all the fans to catch their favorite teams in Nighthawk Blue this season.
Mark, I assume they'll just do a search on YouTube for Nighthawk Network or National Park College.
Yeah, very, very easy. So, tell your friends. I know some of you are on the broadcast right now, and some of you will come back and watch it later. But tell your friends, just search National Park College on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel to be notified the next time we go live with each Nighthawk home game here from Hot Springs World Class High School, both the men and the women this fall.
Such a great tool that I appreciate you guys and all of the team that makes that happen in external affairs and marketing. Just a lot of our young men and women, maybe they have friends and family from really all over the region and the nation, Mark, that maybe they're not able to make it to Hot Springs, but they have a chance to see their loved one play. We've got Florida, Louisiana, Texas, Michigan. We've this roster has student athletes. Then you look at our other sports that we have some internationals as well as students from Garland County and the state of Arkansas. So it's really been fun watching our student athletes move in. Yesterday was move-in day for the entire student body. So that was a fun day for us, and getting all of our Nighthawks back on campus was a thrill for me.
It takes a family to be a family. Of course, there is so much that goes on behind the scenes to make Nighthawk Athletics game day possible. So many hands, many volunteers as well, helping from stat keeping to scoreboards to the live broadcast to making sure everybody has water down on the field.
That's right.
It takes a village.
There are so many moving parts to running just a game day operation, but then when you look at the athletic program as a whole, that really just want to, as athletic director, want to give a big thank you to all the different people, both on campus and off campus, those paid workers and volunteers that have helped us over these last few years to grow what it is that started as just maybe an idea and kind of a dream that we could dip our toe in the world of athletics. And Mark, within 4 years, we've gone from about 24 student athletes. Get out of there.
And there's going to be the first goal of the ball game. Seminole State College will strike first at the 38-minute mark in 43 seconds. It's 1-0.
I got behind that last defender right there and just didn't have a shot right there. That was.
Now, of course, Seminole State, they come in. They're a pretty decorated team, Coach.
Absolutely. 2019, I believe they were the national champions. Last year, they were the qualifying team. They were the region and district champion from our district and region. So they were the national tournament qualifier, which is an incredibly, really big deal. So we got to, I think they're in about the 6th year mark of their program. Had a really good conversation with their head coach just before the game. I've known him for a couple of years now, and just got to visit with him about their growth process and where they were at in their first year, and so we got to share several similar stories just as we're trying to grow what we're doing here at National Park. And just to finish that thought, that Mark, in about 4 years we've gone from 20-plus student athletes to we are going to welcome 178 student athletes on campus this fall. So it has been incredibly fast growth with Nighthawk Athletics.
Shot on goal there from Seminole State College, knocked off the crossbar. The Nighthawks have been hanging tough there in their own zone. I see Jalen Hernandez out there working the defense. And speaking of speaking of Jalen Martinez, Jalen is our featured Nighthawk player of today's game.
Excellent.
We'll talk to Jalen at the halftime segment of today's broadcast. And from San Antonio, Texas, very excited to be here and in practice, one of the most energetic, focused leaders
that
this program has.
Just a gutsy kid, man. I've really enjoyed getting to know her. you know, Mark, she's actually a two-sport athlete for us. She runs on the women's cross-country team as well. And so she just an athletic kid, tough-minded, excited, high energy. She really embodies a lot of what we're trying to do and build in Nighthawk athletics.
And, of course, you talked about, you know, where all these players come from and, you know, buying into a first-year program. You know, certainly you have to attribute it to the success that we've seen in the other Nighthawk programs over the past 4 years. But these are people that have an opportunity to play at the next level, and they want to play for National Park College. They want to be a part of that history. They want to etch their name in the record books, and they want to be a part of something special, grow it from the ground up. And that's something that means something, and it means a lot to Nighthawk Nation to have, you know, so many individuals from across the United States and even beyond in other sports that want to be a part of that. Nighthawks coming up with a save there.
I was hoping we had an offside right there, but
really close to one.
Yeah.
And here's the kick
Mark,
from
you
Dorman.
talk about you know, student athletes that are wanting to come on campus, but even just the students as a whole, really proud of our admissions team and our coaches and the way they work to attract students to National Park College. And a lot of that is because of what we have to offer just as a campus and the job that the faculty does and the academic programs that are available to young men and women that want to get their education here in Hot Springs. There are several great opportunities. You know, we're looking at an increase in enrollment in our new student population. That new student population, meaning they've not been to college before, maybe they're right out of high school, or, you know, within that group, we're boasting an increase in enrollment in that group. And so that's just a testament to where our recruiters are and the job that they're doing. Especially last year was such a difficult year to recruit with the high schools being so closed with the pandemic and everything that's going on. So just wanted to really brag on Casey Martin and our coaches that do such a great job of recruiting both students and student athletes to our campus, our marketing teams and the communications that they do to let people know all the opportunities that we have in Hot Springs. It's a great place to be educated, and I think you'd be proud to be a Nighthawk.
1-0 ball game. Just under 34 minutes remaining in the first half of action. And we're due for our first stoppage in play in about 3.5 minutes or so. Nighthawks down 1-0. Seminole State's really kind of controlled the Nighthawk portion of the field, but a lot of really good defense, really specifically from the defender line that I'm seeing, Coach, that, you know, really just putting up that last wall of defense for Nighthawk Nation.
Yeah, Seminole's done a really good job of just good save right there.
Beautiful save by Brooklyn Thorman, knocking it up over the crossbar.
Trojans done a good job of ball control. They've really kept us on this end of the field. We need to try to clear that out, get some possession, and put a little pressure on them on the other side of the field. But hats off to them. They've really put the pressure to us and kept that ball control. But I'm proud of the way our girls have slid back, held their wall, and only given up that one goal right now.
And we're destined for a corner kick here. Sydney McGregor will kick it in for Seminole State. And that'll go to National Park College there. As the Nighthawks spread out and try to get back on the scoreboard here for the first time in program history, even up this game. I believe we're going to see our first substitution checking in for the Nighthawks here. Marcella Garcia enters the fray for Nighthawk Nation. Taking a seat for the Nighthawks, I believe, is Haley Hernandez. And we're back in action. That one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for National Park College. Throwing the ball in, Lydia Gonzalez. And right back out of bounds it goes.
those of you who are probably maybe new to Nighthawk soccer or haven't followed where we've been, and tell you a little bit about Coach Tello, the head coach. He's our head coach for both our men and our women, Mark, as you know, and came to us from the University of Arkansas, where he was the full-time director of soccer operations. So he comes from that, big program experience. Of course, the Lady Razorbacks were defending SEC champs this year. That he was a part of that ball club. Also was an assistant coach at Hendrix College there in Conway, and has had some head coaching experience as well. So just brings a lot of soccer knowledge from a lot of different areas and different pieces and parts of the game. So been excited to see how he's come in and recruited and what he's been able to build just in the short time that he's been here.
Yeah, absolutely. And even more so than that, the players are really buying in to what he's teaching, his leadership capabilities on the field. Some of us are very fortunate to be able to see the team behind the scenes at practice, and there's a huge love for this program and a desire to do great things, an expectation to win.
And that's, Mark, you've been around our program long enough. You've heard me say it. If I've said it once, I've probably said it, 10,000 times. That's our expectation. That's our mantra. That's our goal. It's what we say. We expect to win. We expect to win in the classroom. We expect to win on the field. We expect to win on the court. That's just who we want to be as student athletes. And for us, Mark, when we talk about expecting to win, it means three different things. It means that W is we over me. It means that we're going to help each other out. We're not going to be selfish. We're going to be about the team first. Get that out of there. And then the I is we're going to be intentional. Every training session, every weight room session, whatever it is that we're doing, every homework assignment, every test that we're studying for, we're going to be intentional about the things that we do. And then there's no excuses. We're going to get it done, and we're not going to accept excuses when we don't.
We're going to take a break. We've reached the first stoppage in play. 29 minutes remaining in the first half. 1-0 Seminole State. We'll be right back after this. This is Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
1-0 Seminole State College back in action here on the Nighthawk Network. I'm Mark Oliver, Sports Information Director for National Park College. And after an official timeout, we're back in play. The Nighthawks looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time in today's game. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the live stream. And we apologize if you see any technical difficulties on your end. Please let us know as we work to also work out things on our end. At the beginning of the season, each team in their first game of the season this year, Seminole State and National Park College looking to start 1-0 on the season. And now here come the Lady Trojans trying to threaten early, as this one is going to be saved by National Park College. Nighthawks have spent the majority of the game in their own territory so far, but Brooklyn Thorman comes up big with another save there. Just under 28 minutes remaining here in the first half of a historic first game in program history. I see the Sam Mata fan club on the live stream today. Thank you for tuning in to Nighthawk Athletics. Nighthawks looking to get it out of their own territory here, saved by Thorman. And we'll see a corner kick here from the Lady Trojans. NPC at the ready defensively here. Down on the near sideline, we have the officials talking something over with each coach. And now we'll resume play here. Entering the game for Nighthawk Nation, number 19, Alejandra Clark. And stepping out will be Osmara Rodriguez. So after the substitution, we're ready for soccer here. Corner kick incoming from the Lady Trojans. Here's the kick, and it will be controlled by Martinez and the Nighthawks. And now just a clear over the top of the goal for Seminole State. So the Nighthawks will spread their wings and go at it again here. Lydia Gonzalez will bring it up the field for NPC. Nighthawks looking to advance it out of their own territory here. Seminole State threatening. Thorman will reel it in, and it'll go back to National Park College. Like to remind everybody listening on the live stream today, we'd love to get a shout out to you. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're excited to see. Doesn't matter if you're a Nighthawk fan or a Trojan fan. We'd love to say hello and thank you for tuning in to each team's season opener today. Here's the corner kick from the Trojans. It's going to go off the mark. Controlled by Seminole State. Nighthawks trying to control it on a header here. Stays with the Trojans. There's a shot off the crossbar. And a close call for NPC. Nighthawks will knock it away. 24 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still a 1-0 ball game. Trojans on the move, and there's a big block there by the Nighthawks. Stays with Seminole State. Seminole State with the ball control here, headed into the far corner. That one's going to go out on the goal line, corner kick. Here's the kick inside, and it's going to go just off the mark and out over the goal line. Gonzalez will kick it in for Nighthawk Nation. And on a header, bounced right back, returned to sender. Gonzalez back into the corner, is just going to kick it away. The throw in by Seminole State. Gonzalez will help defend and knock it away. And back and forth we go here. 21:52 remaining in the first half. The Trojans scored the first goal of the game within the game's first 10 minutes. National Park has really stepped up defensively since that point, despite having the Trojans on their side of the field for the majority of the contest. Another opportunity here. Thorman's going to reel it in. It's going to go back to National Park College. Thorman boots it away. And out of bounds for the Nighthawks. Back over to Seminole State. Trojans to throw it in, and they do. And now advancing it near NPC territory. Martinez kicks it away, trying to create space for the Nighthawks. Controlled by NPC, trying to stay with it. Advancing it near midfield. But the Trojans will take back over. Now an errant pass will go out of bounds. And we'll reset back to the home team. 19:45 remaining in the first half here from Hot Springs World Class High School. As each team prepares substitutions here for National Park College, we'll see Osmara Rodriguez re-enter the game. Magali Arvizu is going to join the game as well for Nighthawk Nation. Stepping out, Jalen Martinez. Kaylee Long. Here's the kick by Thorman. Nighthawks fighting for it here, 3-on-1, trying to stay with it. Advancing it across midfield, back into Nighthawk territory. Seminole State on the move. And that one's going to get away. Back over to the home team. $17:55 remaining here in the first half. Here's the kick by NPC. That one's going to go away. Back over to the Trojans. Seminole State looking for an opening just a little bit wide of where their target was. Back to NPC. Here's a move for the goal here, and it's going to get past Thorman. That's goal number 2 for Seminole State today. 16:52 remaining. It's a 2-0 ball game. Thorman down slow to get up here. And we're going to have the athletic training staff come out and check on Thorman. We're going to take a break. This is National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Back in action here at Hot Springs World Class High School. Here in Hot Springs, I'm Mark Oliver. Happy Sunday to you. 2-0. Seminole State College leading National Park College. And the Nighthawk goalkeeper, Brooklyn Thorman, coming out and getting looked to by the training staff. And replacing her will be Yesenia Vargas, number 8 for Nighthawk Nation. And she's going to reel in one there and send her team out and try to get on the scoreboard for the first time today. Here's a deep clear by Vargas. Nighthawks are going to kick that one away out of bounds. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in on the live stream today, the first of many home games for the Nighthawk men and women's soccer teams this season. We're excited to be here, excited to be part of history as National Park College brings college soccer to the Spa City. Throw in by the Trojans. Seminole State moving the ball into Nighthawk territory, and an errant pass goes back to NPC. .38 remaining in the first half here from Hot Springs. As we resume play, it's Trojan ball. Trying to make a play, but it's going to be saved and then knocked in for the third goal of the game. Vargas, initially with the save, bounced off of her, and the Seminole State Trojans were able to knock it in for goal number 3 in today's contest. And we'll return to midfield here in a 3-0 contest. Nighthawks to kick off. Here comes NPC. Gonzalez kicks that one into Trojan territory. Nighthawks looking to hunt it down. It'll be going back the other way. .21 remaining. That one gets through, and National Park trying to recover here. Kicking it back into Trojan territory here. Good defense by Seminole State. It's going to be out of bounds and a throw in for NPC. Deep in Trojan territory, the Nighthawks looking to catch up here, get the ball back. That one intercepted, coming across midfield. Nighthawks 3-on-1 looking to make a move here. They'll recover the ball. Vargas will scoop it up. And launches that one towards midfield. Reeled in by the Trojans. They'll kick it back into NPC territory. Nighthawks looking to up the aggression a little bit, down 3-0 in this contest here. 11:38 to play as Vargas will reel that one in for a save. And she'll kick it away. Caitlin Shepard was ready and waiting. Coming back into the game for NPC, number 6, Kaylee Long. Osmara Rodriguez will take a seat. Seminole State ball. Across midfield into Nighthawk territory. Passing the ball well in the middle. Vargas will dive and make a stop. Nighthawks looking to get it back in Trojan territory here as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Trojans looking to make a move. They'll launch it towards Vargas. She'll catch it. A big stop there for the home team. Here's the kick away. Out of bounds back to Seminole State. And the Trojans will ready a throw in near midfield. Demetria Wilson, number 7. Osmara Rodriguez back into the game for NPC. Marcela Garcia takes a rest on the substitution. Blocked by Vargas here, and now an open net, and that's the 4th goal of the ball game. Seminole State extends its lead, 4-0. The Trojans continue to command the ball game here in the first half. 8 minutes remaining as the Nighthawks look to chip away at the deficit here. Another opportunity, Seminole State aggressively attacking here. Vargas, no need to make a play there as it goes out of bounds. And we'll reset with NPC ball. National Park fighting for possession here. Seminole State looking for an open look, and Vargas is going to stop it. Ball still very much in play. Good defense there by Martinez with a body block out of play. Right place at the right time. For number 3, Jalen Martinez. As a reminder, Martinez is your featured Nighthawk player of today's game. Coming up during the First Security Bank halftime show, we will show you the interview with Jalen Martinez. She talks about what it means to be a Nighthawk, what it means to make history here for women's soccer in Hot Springs. Great interview with the San Antonio, Texas native. That's coming up in just about 6 minutes. Nighthawks stay with it on the far end of the field. Pass is intercepted. Wilson to the middle of the field. Here's a shot. It's going to be reeled in by Yesenia Vargas. 5:45 to play in the first half. 4-0. Vargas will kick it away. That one's going to go out of bounds. Back to Seminole State. Vargas is going to reel that one in near the goal box. Here's the kick away. Seminole State unable to make a play there. It's going to be National Park ball. 4:35 and counting remaining here in the first half from Hot Springs. We'll have an official whistle here, and good news, we'll see Brooklyn Thorman back in action for National Park College. Went out minutes ago with a potential injury and came back in. Vargas came in. Made some really good plays defensively at goalkeeper for NPC. Vargas getting a breather as Thorman checks back in for the home team. Here's the throw in by NPC. Knocked out of bounds with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Nighthawks will throw it in once again here. Controlled by Seminole State. Redirecting it to midfield. The Nighthawks coming up with a steal here. Now with some room to advance it across field. A big kick there just to get it away. That'll send the Trojans backtracking slightly as National Park looks to press and move up. Trojans on the move. And we'll have a whistle down on the field. I believe the penalty is against Seminole State. And National Park will kick it off. Fielded by the Nighthawks on the near sideline. Taken away by the Trojans. Looking to control that middle lane. Now a launch towards the goal. Thorman able to pick it up before it goes on in. Great save by Brooklyn Thorman for NPC. Number 1 will launch it away. Ball at midfield. National Park looking to take it away. We'll have a penalty here. I believe this will go against National Park College. we'll see a free kick here. Here's the kick. Stopped by an NPC shoe. The Nighthawks looking to defend here. There may be time for one more throw in here in the first half as the final seconds begin to trickle down. Final 10 seconds of the first half coming up. And here's the kick. And a launch towards the opposing goal as time expires here in the first half. 45 minutes in the books in the historic first ever NPC women's soccer game. 4-0 Seminole State will take a break. Coming up, it's the First Security Bank halftime report. We'll have our featured Nighthawk player of today's game, Miss Jalen Martinez, and we'll have a few stats from the game as well. This is National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
National Park Nighthawk Soccer is on the Nighthawk Network, your official home for Nighthawk athletics this season. Our first featured Nighthawk Women's Soccer Player of the Year is Jalen Martinez. Jalen, welcome to National Park College, your first official introduction into Nighthawk Nation. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from.
I'm Jalen Martinez, and I came from San Antonio, Texas.
Jalen, why National Park College? You had the opportunity to go and play at the next level, but you made the decision to help get a brand new program off the ground and make history in little old Hot Springs, Arkansas. What was it that drove you to NPC this season?
When I first came down here and visited with Coach Tello, he made me feel like I was wanted on the team. And the whole like national park thing, like the college is sitting in the national park, and I love the woods and outdoors, and I visited the downtown, and I thought it was perfect for me.
It certainly is a beautiful area indeed. And, you know, you mentioned Coach Tello and the group of women that have come together this year to, you know, not only grow this program, but make history in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. Tell me what it's been like. You've been out there at practice. You've been bonding with these teammates. What is it like working with these women that I presume you haven't played with before, but now you get ready to suit up and play this Sunday for the first time together as a team?
I love my teammates. Each and every one of them brought something important to this team, and I think it's super interesting how we all came from different areas and different cultures. That's what makes us special.
And let's talk about the season a little bit. First game of the season, first game in program history, Seminole State College comes to town. They're a very decorated program. They're very good. They have a lot of achievements. And you and the Nighthawks would love nothing more than to get a big win this weekend. How do you go out there and impress and get it done in the first game in program history?
Well, obviously it's going to take heart and staying focused and motivating each other and doing what we came here to do, and that's win.
Jalen, congratulations on the honor once again. Is there anybody that you would like to say hello to who may be watching?
I would like to say hello to my family back at home in San Antonio, and especially my mom and my stepdad.
Jalen Martinez of the National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer Team. More on today's game coming up next. This is National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network. Get 'em Hawks. Welcome back to Hawk Talk, your source for all things National Park College Nighthawk athletics, along with the NPC Athletic Director Jason Hudnall. I'm Mark Oliver, sports information for Nighthawk Nation. Coach, welcome back. A brand new school year. Happy 2021 to you. And we have so many things going on this year in terms of athletics, so many exciting things and news to share. Where do we even begin?
Oh my goodness, Mark! Isn't it fun to be a Nighthawk right now? We've come so far. Those of you who have been with us from the very beginning, you've seen us grow. And Mark, we've got the rest of our student athletes are going to be moving on campus even this weekend, and so we'll have just moved in at the airing of this. We'll have all of our student athletes on campus. We're looking at probably 178 student athletes this fall, and so we are really excited about that, about those young men and women who have chosen to be a part of National Park College, to be a Nighthawk. Mark, they're coming from Garland County, from all over the state of Arkansas. We even got 3 or 4 international players this year, so they're from all over the country and the region.
I'm telling you, word of Nighthawk athletics is spreading all across the world, and I think word spreading all across Garland County about Nighthawk men and women's soccer. It's been a while since we've done a Hawk Talk, but we do have a coach for both the men and women's teams, and he's ready to go with the start of the season this weekend.
Absolutely. Really excited about Coach Tello. Coach Tello comes to us from the University of Arkansas. He actually served as their full-time director of soccer operations there at the University of Arkansas. The Arkansas Razorbacks has back-to-back SEC championship rings that he likes to flash around every once in a while. Also was an assistant coach with Hendrix College, has been a head coach at the high school level as well. even an assistant coach on the professional level with the Little Rock Rangers. So really has so much soccer experience, great connections in the state of Arkansas, and then even in our region. We're really blessed to have him. So excited about the young men and women that he's brought in and the quality of talent that we've seen so far in this offseason.
And, of course, you and I have seen a sneak peek at these men and women, and I'll let you describe them as well, but the number one word that comes to mind for me when I look at both of these teams is energy. Out there at practice, the men and the women are all going for it. Of course, the men, I think we have at least 40 or so on the roster vying for positions.
That's right.
They're out there, they're competing together as one. They're also competing amongst themselves. I'm really excited to see what this team brings to the table.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for the Nighthawk women getting their season start this weekend as well. But what word comes to mind when you think about what you've seen out of these units so far?
Fast, I think, is one of the things I really loved about Coach Tello and his style of play and what he's trying to implement here at National Park. Is we're going to play an upbeat. We're going to play a fast style. We're going to control the ball, move it, get it up the field, get a lot of shots off. And so I really like that. It's an exciting game to watch in that way. And so our young men and women have really embraced that style of play. They're conditioning for it, and so they're going to be fun to watch, no doubt.
History will be made in Hot Springs this
Absolutely.
weekend. The women's soccer team, their first game in program history. Seminole State College comes to town from Oklahoma. What do you expect to see here?
Hey, here's the deal, Mark, man. When you get to where we are right here, there's not any hiding anymore. You don't sneak up on anybody. People know who we are. We are now the largest junior college athletic department in the state of Arkansas. Our region knows who we are. They know about us. Well, what better way than to start off with Seminole State, who went to the national tournament last year. I believe in 2019 they were the national champions. So they're not easing into this thing. We're diving head first and going to be playing a really quality opponent in Seminole State. And no doubt we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I'm excited to watch our young ladies play.
And I always love to see that no matter what sport it is, Coach. We always see whenever we're starting to schedule some non-conference things, try to get our feet wet at the beginning of the season, we're always going for the best because we want to be the best. And in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. And we're really excited to see our women's team in action against Seminole State this weekend. The game will be live streamed on the Nighthawk Network, National Park College's YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the Nighthawk Network today and not miss a second of women's or men's soccer action this fall as we're excited to get the ball rolling this weekend.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. One of the things we say around here is we expect to win, and that starts Sunday, August 22nd at Hot Springs High School.
Coach, thank you for your time. Hot
Absolutely.
Talk presented by First Security Bank. First Security Bank, a proud sponsor of Nighthawk Athletics this season. Get 'em Hawks.
Get 'em Hawks.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Back in action for the second half here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver with the Nighthawk Network. National Park College trailing Seminole State College 4-0 as we get set for the second 45-minute period in this historic season and program opener for the home team, National Park College. Coach Kevin Tello having a good meeting with his team during the halftime session. And ready to go out there and see a more aggressive team. He told them to attack out there. I'd love to see who will score the first NPC goal in program history. As each team makes its way to the pitch here, we're ready for soccer. Glad to have you with us on the live stream today. Apologize for some of the technical difficulties as we worked to work out some of the kinks on our end. In what we believe will be a long and fruitful season for the National Park College Nighthawks. The Trojans will take possession to start the second half. Here's the kick, and we're underway. Nighthawks already playing a little bit aggressively here on defense, trying to get the ball back early. Jalen Martinez will throw it in. Of course, we talked to Jalen during the First Security Bank halftime show. And something that really stands out from that interview that I think is going to define the Nighthawks this season is heart. This is a group of women that want to succeed. They came here to win. They expect to win, and they'll do it together. Seminole State on the move. And that one is going to go just off the mark. A near miss for the Trojans. Brooklyn Thorman to kick for Nighthawk Nation. Gets it in. It's going to sail right out of bounds. Nighthawks look for control of the rock through the middle here. Key takeaway. An errant pass here will send things back over to the Trojans. Pass intended for Donna Lozano for NPC. Seminole State looking for an opportunity here. Thorman's going to scoop it up and save the day for the Nighthawks. That's the 11th save of the ball game for NPC. Thorman and Vargas working together to contribute to that mark. Stormy Ramsey throws it in for Seminole State. Here come the Trojans making their way up towards midfield. Cross the way, ball still advancing into Nighthawk territory. And then a tie up there, we're going to have a penalty whistle. It'll be against NPC. Launch towards the goal. Thorman's going to bring it in. Thorman kicks it away. Bouncing near midfield. 2-on-1. Nighthawks looking to get the ball back here. They'll knock it away. 41-18 remaining in regulation today. Here's the throw in by Wilson. Down in the corner. Trojans looking for an opportunity. Scooped up by Thorman. Ball stays with Seminole State here on the near sideline. Wilson crashing in. He'll go out over the goal line. Lydia Gonzalez to kick off for NPC. Gonzalez kicks it in. Bouncing off of a Nighthawk. Controlled by Seminole State. Launches that one wide right at the goal. The kick from Thorman. A header back to NPC. They'll play keep away here. Nighthawks looking to move the rock here. Just out of bounds. And thrown in by the Trojans. Seminole State stays with it. A collision and a recovery by NPC. There's a scrum for it and a kick out of bounds. The Nighthawks retain possession with 38-16 remaining. Here's a deep kick. A header from the Trojans. The Nighthawks looking to control the possession here. Kicking it away. Stays with NPC. And now advancing into Seminole State territory. One-on-one, and it's out of bounds. Back over to the Lady Trojans. Great effort there by National Park College. Yesenia Vargas was chasing that one deep into Trojan territory. Came up empty in the end. Deep in their own territory, here comes Seminole State. Vargas looking for some help. Now it's knocked away. NPC trying to keep it out of their own territory. Sliding kick out on the far sideline. Multiple collisions. And here come the Trojans. Into the corner. Unsavable. It's going to go back to National Park College. .36:30 remaining. 4-0 Seminole State. Here's the kick from Thorman. Right up the middle. It's going to be controlled by the Trojans. Goal opportunity here. We'll have a whistle before the kick. I believe this is going to be an offsides penalty against Seminole State. NPC to kick it away. Deep kick by the Nighthawks here. Seminole State retains possession. Pass intended for Mihaela Benedict over her head is going to sail out of bounds and back over to National Park College. 35-10 to play. That one sails out of bounds with 34:30 to play. Trojans kick it in. And they'll let that one sail. Trojans through the middle. Looking for another shot here and into the corner of the net. That's goal number 5 for Seminole State in today's contest. 33:28 remaining. And we'll have our first stoppage of play here in the second half. 5-0 Seminole State leads National Park College. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this. It's National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Hot Springs World-Class High School in Hot Springs, the first ever Nighthawk women's soccer game as they face the Seminole State College Trojans. And as we resume play here, 5-0. The Trojans with the lead here in the second half, 28-30 remaining in the ball game today. A collision down on the near side, that was Jalen Martinez for NPC. Now the ball will go with National Park College here. And the Nighthawks will kick it away. Here's the kick to Lozano on the near sideline. NPC trying to get the ball back. Seminole State launches that one just high. It'll be Nighthawk ball when we resume play. 27-15 to play here in the second half. Jalen Martinez will sub out. And checking in for the Nighthawks, Alejandra Clark. Here's the kick from Gonzalez. Back and forth, fielded by Seminole State. The Trojans looking to retain possession here. The Nighthawks chase it down, Caitlin Shepard. The Trojans launch one for Brooklyn Thorman. Nice blocking save there. 26-15 remaining here in the second half. 5-0 ball game in favor of Seminole State College. Making the trip to Hot Springs from Oklahoma. The Nighthawks looking to get the ball out of their own territory. Launch that one up. And a near miss on the pass intended for number 20, Isabella Lopez. The Nighthawks will have the ball as we resume play. 25-15 remaining. Here's the throw in. And knocked right back out of bounds. Jalen Martinez back into the game for NPC. Taking a rest is Allison Savall. Here's the throw in. Contested up high. Seminole State knocks it into its own territory. There's a foot race headed down into the land of the Trojan. Nighthawks looking to recover on defense here. They'll knock it away out of bounds. Give the time to catch up and get in position here. 24-15 to play in the second half. Olivia Carbone on the throw in and now launches that one up, looking for a teammate. Can't connect with Lopez. Lopez chases it down. That one will sail out of bounds. Like to remind everyone, Nighthawk Athletics is your official social media home of National Park College Nighthawk Athletics. You can follow the teams all season long on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat. Nighthawk Athletics, your official social media home, and it'll be the first place that you can find things like highlight reels, information on game day, time changes, location changes. The Nighthawks able to kick that one away near midfield. Trojans advancing up the middle. Gets past the defenders here. There's a launch and an assist, but the header is just off the mark. The Trojans are unable to convert the goal. The Nighthawks take over, 22:15 to play. Here's the kick from Gonzalez. Fielded by the Trojans. Passing through the middle. Now off over the goal line. Brooklyn Thorman to kick it off. She'll find Lozano. And NPC slowly looking to make its way up the field here. The Trojans move inside Nighthawk territory. A one-on-one foot race. A shot on goal and blocked into the corner. It'll be the 6th goal for Seminole State College in this game. 20:55 to play. Looks like offsides was the call to keep the goal away for Seminole State College, so it remains 5-0. Big break for NPC. Here's the kick by the Nighthawks. Out towards midfield. And off the mark, it'll stay with the home team. The Nighthawks will throw it into Trojan territory, controlled by Seminole State. Martinez cranks that back into Trojan territory. Saved by the last line of defense here for the Trojans. They'll kick it away into Nighthawk territory. Wide open spaces, as we'll see a one-on-one opportunity for a goal here, and it is blocked out of the way. Good save by Brooklyn Thorman. When the pressure was on, she stepped up to the challenge. $19:20 to play in this 5-0 contest. Corner kick incoming from the Trojans. Claudia Garcia to kick. She'll kick it away. And a header by NPC to defend here. Not out of the woods just yet. Nighthawks with some movement. just unable to get a running lane. Donna Lozano there on the pressure for NPC. Here's the throw in by the Trojans. That one headed out of bounds. Should be National Park College ball. $18:05 to play here in the second half. And it looks like we're due for another stoppage in play here. We'll take a quick break. This is National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network. We'll be right back.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Back in action here in Hot Springs World-Class High School in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver with the Nighthawk Network. Lydia Gonzalez will kick things away for NPC here with just around 14 minutes remaining in the second half here of today's season opener. 5-0 Seminole State College with the lead. National Park College would love nothing more than to line up that scoreboard for the first time here in the final 14 minutes or so of the game here. The Trojans come out from the official timeout with the ball here, deep in Nighthawk territory, looking to make a move and launch a goal for Thorman. It's going to hit in the back of the net, and that'll score goal number 6 in today's contest for Seminole State College. We're rejoined by the Athletic Director of National Park College, Coach Jason Hudnall. Coach, I know you've had an opportunity to go out and speak with some of the fans and talk about all the great things in Nighthawk soccer.
Yeah, I got to visit with several people. Really appreciate. I mean, probably a couple hundred people out there today coming out that in the 100 degrees, come to support the Nighthawks, and just got to go out and say thank you to them. Appreciate their support. The community's been great for all of our athletics and for all of our teams. Really appreciate what Hot Springs does for us.
Nighthawks threatening inside Trojan territory here. Yesenia Vargas, as the Trojans will take over here and try to kick it back into Nighthawk territory. Nighthawks have played with a lot of grit today, Coach. They're out there, and we've seen a lot of really great defensive stops, really great defense from this team when the pressure was on. One-on-one situations we've seen, clutch plays from the team. I think there's certainly a lot of room to grow, and there's a lot of room to excel with this squad this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm proud of them for the way they've fought, and they've hung in there, especially with this heat. I know that many of them are struggling with it, especially on that turf market. You can raise the temperature and the heat index about another 10 to 15 degrees out there on the turf, and we've had a couple of health issues here and there in the off season, and so we're down about 4 or 5 girls from what we will have as we move on into the season. So there's still a lot of games left, a lot of good opportunities, and I'm excited to see where we're going to go.
Coming up on 12 minutes remaining in today's regulation here, as we get the ball back in bounds. It'll be Seminole State with possession. Here's the kick in. Nice body block there by NPC to try to get it away. Nighthawks looking for a recovery here. And they'll settle with knocking it out of bounds. In the corner, the Trojans hang on and spell it back out to Wilson. Here's a launch towards the goal, and Thorman in the right place at the right time to make a save. Coach, also coming up this week on Thursday, the Nighthawk men are going to make their historic program debut as well over at Linden Park. What can you tell me a little bit about Rose State College?
Hey, Rose State's it's a region opponent. They played I believe they played in the final last year in the region tournament. So it's going to be another good mark for our men. When they square off against them, kickoff for that game. For the men's game should be at 1 o'clock on Thursday, and the women will play right before them at 11. Rose State's out of the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma area, coming into town to play the Nighthawks. Really, it's going to be free admission for that game, Mark. Encourage anybody who wants to come out and get a little opportunity to see Nighthawk soccer. We'd absolutely love to have their support.
Now, of course, we played Hawk Talk during halftime of the broadcast today, so they got a sneak peek at what we were going to say here. But we talked about energy and speed, and those are two qualities that these teams bring. And we're really excited to see the debut of the men's program as well.
Yeah, I've got some young men from really all over the region. I think I had mentioned earlier in this broadcast about from Louisiana, Florida, Texas, Arkansas. Obviously, Coach Tello has done a really good job of recruiting for this program on a very regional base. Have some hometown kids as well, both for the men and the women. We always like when we have opportunities that we can give a Garland County kid a roster spot and kind of support our own.
And we'll see a free kick opportunity coming up here for the Trojans. Claudia Garcia to kick. The kick from Garcia, high and out of bounds. Coming up on 9 minutes remaining here in the second half of action here. 6-0 ball game in favor of the Trojans of Seminole State College. And now checking in for the Nighthawks will be number 20, Osmara Rodriguez.
Mark, we're going to be moving into September here pretty soon. Going to be a busy month for Nighthawk athletics. The soccer season will continue to be rolling on, but then we're also going to have fall baseball season.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be.
Fall baseball begins, I believe it's September 1st. A lot of great action for the Nighthawk baseball program. Coach Rich Thompson has these guys ready to go. Seeing them all around campus here lately, and they're really excited to see them in action. Had a chance to talk with Demias Jimerson just on Friday. Just met him in the student commons, and he said that this team is ready to go.
We've got a lot of returners. It's going to be a veteran ball club. It's going to be an old ball club. They've had experience. It's going to be fun to watch them play. We've got some guys like Tristan Jameson, who's now playing at Arkansas State. We've got a Cole Rodriguez who's now playing at Toledo. So we lost some Division I talent right there. That obviously that's a hole in your lineup, and Coach Thompson and his staff had to go out and recruit and try to fill. And those are going to be some big shoes to fill. But that's what makes the fall season so fun, is just seeing how we can fill those spots.
Seminole State on the move here. Inside, and that one is going to hit into the corner of the net. It'll be goal number 7 for the Trojans in today's contest. Just outside of Brooklyn Thorman's reach.
The Nighthawks are excited to get this first one under their belt, Mark, and I know the ladies are pretty nervous coming in. I got to visit with several of them in the locker room and just before this game, and really appreciate the fact that it was going to be live streamed. Many of them had families back at home that are not able to come to the game, so this is always a great opportunity for them. So those of you who are watching Nighthawk Network, just want you to know we appreciate your support. Thank you for being a part of Nighthawk Athletics and the opportunities that we're looking to give to our young men and women. Trojans just done a great job in today's game of controlling the ball. Their athleticism and experience. I know they had several returning starters coming back from a district championship team. Knew it was going to be a tough draw when we saw that they were first ones on the schedule. We knew that was going to be a tough one, but hey, it's that's the hand you're dealt, and I really appreciate how our girls have come out and fought.
And a lot of experience to be gained as well. Obviously we talked about Seminole State and how decorated of a program that it is. And, I think there's a lot of things to gain from this game, a lot of really good game time experience for the Nighthawks here. And I expect to see really great things learned from this game as we look ahead to the rest of the season.
No doubt. I know I'm probably sound like a broken record a little bit, but just where we are and how we've grown, and there are so many wins that are going to come for this team, and sometimes it's not going to be on the scoreboard. Sometimes it's just the fact that the opportunities that these young women have getting that college degree, and the opportunities that they have to be in college. Many of our soccer athletes are first-generation students, Mark, which means they're going to be the first one in their family to have attended college. So we're proud of that. We're proud of the fact that these young men and women are coming in. They're changing the cycle. They're going to pursue something that maybe no one else in their family has had an opportunity to pursue, and hopefully they're going to walk out of here in a couple of years with a degree.
Yeah, what a great story as well. Many of these athletes are getting the opportunity, maybe first timers in terms of playing college athletics. For National Park College as a whole, it's also seen as a home and a place for a second chance for a lot of the student athletes to come in and be great and do something great and bring success to a continuously growing program here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. 4 minutes remaining in today's contest. It's the Nighthawks trying to turn up the energy here. Looking to get the ball out of their territory here. Thorman looking to make a play. There's a whistle before the shot.
And offside right there.
I believe it's going to be offside.
It is an offside. Seminole's just done a great job of how they cross the ball and they work both sides of the field. Just been really impressed with the ball movement and how they're able to find the girl in space and hit them in the right spots. They've done a really good job. You can tell they're a veteran ball club that's been there before and knows how to win at this level.
Gonzalez to kick for NPC. As both teams get situated, we're ready here. Lydia's kick near the top sideline. Seminole State, I believe, steps out of bounds, trying to advance the ball. It'll stay with National Park College. Gonzalez near the top of your screen will bring it in for NPC. 2:40 to play. So that one's knocked right back away. Once again, Coach, we just want to thank everybody who tuned in to today's broadcast on the Nighthawk Network. We had a few technical difficulties throughout the experience today. Of course, we're working in the booth to make sure that we get that resolved and give the most optimal experience to, not only the fans here at home in Hot Springs, but also the loved ones from wherever your player comes from, all across the United States. And, of course, for opponents as well. We're really thankful and appreciative of the Seminole State fans joining in on the broadcast as well, cheering on their team and each team's season opener today.
No doubt. It's a growing experience for us as an athletic staff, and each week I feel like, Mark, we see one thing we want to improve on, and just as we ask our student athletes to improve every day, to get better every day, to expect to win, that's kind of the same mantra we have even as an athletic staff, from the broadcast to the coaching to the athletic training, whatever aspect it is of what we're trying to do, we want to do the very best job that we can.
Coming up on the final 90 seconds of today's game, as you resume play, it'll stay with Seminole State College. Here's the throw-in. And the Nighthawks will defend that one out of bounds. The Trojan player a little slow to get up. Looks like she's okay. And here's the inbounds. Big opportunity for Seminole State here. Thorman's going to knock it away. Not out of the woods yet. There it goes, rolling out across the goal line.
Good job right there by Thorman. See how she attacked the ball coming out of the box.
Exactly.
As a goalie, that's where you get put. So many times you can be put in no man's land. You've got to really make sure you time that correctly when you stay in the box, when you come attack a ball right there. She did a good job of making a great decision, closing that gap on the ball from that striker, closing in on her, and that's a good move.
Up off the crossbar, and a near miss as we are under 30 seconds remaining in regulation today. Nighthawks will get one final chance here. Lydia Gonzalez to kick it away for the home team. Gonzalez boots that one as time expires, and that'll be the end of today's contest. Seminole State College will defeat National Park College. 7-0 is your final score. NPC Athletic Director Jason Hudnall, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast today. We saw a lot of great things out of this team. Soccer is here, not the result we wanted today, but we're here. We're ready to play, and we're ready to win, and I'm very excited to see this team progress this season.
Absolutely. It's a new day, a new season's coming. Really appreciate how Hot Springs has embraced our athletic program and our soccer program in particular. Can't wait to see many more games. Get 'em Hawks.
We'll take a break and wrap things up here from Hot Springs World Class High School. This is National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Final score in today's game, Seminole State College victorious 7-0 over the National Park Nighthawks. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into today's broadcast on the Nighthawk Network. You can subscribe to the Nighthawk Network and be notified each time we go live this season, whether it's soccer or women's soccer, men's soccer, also baseball and softball, and men's and women's basketball along the way this year. The official start to the athletics season for National Park College has begun, and we're very excited to be a part of history here in Hot Springs today as National Park College officially opens and gives women athletes, female athletes all across the country a new place to play here in the natural state. Some final stats to bring along for you today. 15 saves for National Park College today, spread out between Brooklyn Thorman and Yesenia Vargas. The next broadcast, we will be back in the booth on Sunday, September 5th, right here at Hot Springs World Class High School as the women's soccer team returns to action in conference play against Redlands Community College. Special thank you to Athletic Director Jason Hudnall for joining us on the broadcast today. I'm Mark Oliver, Sports Information Director for National Park College. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Search Nighthawk Athletics for up-to-the-date info on highlight reels, rosters, schedules, game changes, you name it. If you're a fan of the Nighthawks, you need to be on Nighthawk Athletics on social media. Special hello to my lovely wife, the beautiful Mrs. Hannah Oliver, tuning in at home here in Hot Springs, and my three wonderful boys, Michael, Ben, and River. listening to what they call Daddy Ball Ball up here in the booth. Happy Sunday to you. I'm Mark Oliver. Final score, Seminole State 7, National Park nothing. We'll be back in action on September 5th. This one's for the Nighthawks. Thanks for watching. This has been National Park Nighthawk Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network.